Well, good morning and welcome to Morning Gospel Fuel with Mr. G. It is Saturday, January 30th, the feast day of Saint Hyacintha Mariscotti. I think that's how you pronounce it. But she's a 16th century virgin and religious nun who was noted for her depth of spiritual gifts. And she was actually quite disappointed because she was hoping to get married uh, with this prestigious man and that she had fallen in love with. And then he ended up passed her over and married her younger sister. So then that's what brought her to the monastery. And now she's a saint. So who knows what God will do in your life, even through the hardships, which is what the gospel is going to be talking about today. So today's gospel is from Mark chapter 4, verses 35 through 41. Let's begin in the name of the Father, Son, and Spirit, amen. On that day, as evening drew on, he said to them, "Let us cross to the other side." Leaving the crowd, they took him with them in the boat just as he was, and other boats were with him. A violent squall came up, and waves were breaking over the boat, so that it was already filling up. Jesus was in the stern, asleep on a cushion. They woke him and said to him, "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?" He woke up, rebuked the wind, and said to the sea, "Quiet, be still." The wind ceased, and there was great calm. Then he asked them, "Why are you terrified? Do you not yet have faith?" They were filled with great awe, and said to one another, "Who then is this whom even wind and sea obey?" Alrighty, this is a great verse for today and every day, really, because in our human nature, just human livelihood, every single one of us goes through struggles. So as you go through this situation, like Jesus knew that this storm was taking place, because he's all knowing. He's God made incarnate, so he's God made flesh. So Jesus knows everything. He knows the hearts of all these disciples of his. He knows the storm is coming. He knows how, and he even calls this storm a violent squall in Mark's gospel here, as the waves were breaking over the boat so that it was already filling up. So, again, put ourselves in the shoes of the disciples, and like what would we be going through? Very similar, probably, to what these guys did. Asking questions, praying for asking, crying out to the Lord to help us, and nothing's happening. And then finally, Jesus wakes up because he's just calm and sleeping, very nonchalant about the whole thing. But notice that Jesus let the storm take place. He let the violent waves come. He let the water flow into the boat to make it feel as if they were hopeless and they were all going to drown and they were all going to die. He allowed that to happen. And then what happened then? He woke up and he just said, "Quiet, be still." And then the storm passed. So that's how relevant is that to all of us? Of all the storms that we go through in our lives, internally and externally. Probably majority of us internally, but Jesus allows us to go through suffering and the storms of life because he wants to test our faith. Life isn't meant to be easy, especially if you're a Christian. Like the epitome of Christianity is Jesus Christ, and I'm pretty sure he suffered pretty greatly. Actually, we all know that answer. So as a Christian, we are called to suffer, but that's a constant invitation to rely on Jesus. So that's what we need to keep reminding ourselves. And it's hard. It's really hard to do that. Even as a seminarian, it's really hard. And so, but you see as you continue and persevere in prayer and everything else, that just what God is doing and why he does certain things or what for, so that you can learn and grow and help other people. So that's really what we need to focus on today, and that's the challenge of today is with this calming of the storm. So no matter what we're all going through, no matter what you're going through, whatever I'm going through, we need to allow Jesus to ask us these same questions and use that as a challenge today of Why are you terrified? And do you not yet have faith? There we go. Have a great Saturday, and God bless. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.